Looks like we're green on all regards. Yep, everything going on streaming and recording. There's the little lag I know and love. But what is up, guys? Liru the Lance Corporal here. I'm going to clear the Vipers to start moving on their objective in just a few moments, though I think it's funny they've geared up as NATO guys. Because they're going to be operating in NATO's territory here. But in terms of what everything's set up, I think I have it down. Purely balanced PvP. NATO are going to hit LZ Connor, then Maxwell, then Camino firing range, then Agia Marina to pull out fuel trucks. AAF are going to hit Kill Farm, then Camp Rogaine, then Mike 2-6, and then secure the Air Force Base. Everything in terms of units placed down has been balanced. It's just I have a central point right here, which is kind of the bridge between both areas. But everything else is equal in unit placement and whatnot. Death awaits.
Let's give him a warm welcome.
CSAT, you are clear to start moving out to complete your objective. Again, NATO and AAF, please have your commanders say something on global when they are ready, so I know when both teams are ready to commence the operation. So for our CSAT aggressor team, we have What's That with Mr. FR Skin and Infested DACA. Their main goal is, for now, to get them warmed up. They're going to be taking out some boats and an ammo cache. And then from there, I will be tasking them privately to either deal with NATO or AAF, depending on how well one faction's doing. So let's say like AAF sweep through the kill farm and are trying to assault Rogaine, while NATO are really struggling to take LZ Connor. I'm going to order CSAT to go defend against Camp Rogaine, and I will jump down to their TeamSpeak channel to tell them that they need to do that so we don't alert that both factions. I've practiced switching my faction just speaking on side, but it gets really, really glitchy with the Zeus interface after multiple faction switches, even on vanilla. So who was pinging me there? Talisman, alright. But let's look at the NATO aircraft carrier here. They've got access to unarmed Hurons, 4 for infantry transport, Blackhawks, and Little Birds. Looking at the AAF side, they have the stolen USS Freedom. They've got access to unarmed Hellcats, a few armed Hellcats, and Mohawks. So again, balanced as much as I can per faction, but NATO and AAF have very similar weapons and armor. 6.5 versus a 5.56 actually doesn't do that much damage in comparison, especially with their body armors. NATO gets a slight advantage every time, but the advantage for the AAF is they're closer to their final objective in comparison to NATO, so that's a bit of a balancing factor. Plus, I will be using my CSAT boys to do as much damage as I can to one faction if I see one group has a distinct advantage over the other. NATO's checking in to say they're ready. We're now waiting on the AAF. I'm going to quickly tab out and lower the music a little bit so I can hear myself think. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, and that's just AAF checking in with me to say that. We had a small problem with their chopper. I forgot the whole reason I made these little concrete things is to put the Mohawks on them, because otherwise they bounce up and down and they break the chopper. But I've tried to balance everything that I can to make this into an operation. Also, for base protection, the AAF have a CSAT Tigris that's crewed for them, and NATO have a Cheetah that's crewed for them. But getting in to the objectives here, LZ Connor is going to give the NATO 3 covered transports, a Cheetah for AA defense, 2 cars, MRAPs, and an armed MRAP 50 cal, 4 quad bikes. Up at Maxwell, they're also going to get their hands on a Panther and an LAV, but also there's an AA team that they can take those launchers from and use them if need be. For the AAF, they've got the equivalent: 2 unarmed Striders, an armed 50 cal Strider, 3 covered transport trucks, 4 quad bikes, and a CSAT Tigris. And then they have the Mora and the Gorgon And the AA team is also patrolling around. I'm actually going to warn CSAT about the Tigris. I just thought of that because they might think it's hostile. So let me jump down to their channel real quick. Hey, AAF, I just want to say this real quick so it's not confusing. There's going to be a CSAT green Tigris at your first objective. That's not crewed. That's for you to use because they get a cheat at their first one. Okay?
Oh, okay.
That's your AA cover. Yeah.
Just getting everything else organized. I apologize.
Yeah, no problem. I just didn't want you. I just thought of that, and I didn't want you to freak out.
Will do.
All right. Just please let me know when you're underway. I've already sent the Vipers out, and NATO's ready. So.
Will do. It shouldn't be more than another minute or two.
All right. Thank you. So let me jump out of their channel. All right. Perfect. FS Aviator, 9 months in a row. Yeah, time has really fucking flown, man. Thanks so much for everything. I hope you enjoyed today's operation. And it looks like the AAF commander, by the way, each commander for the faction is the drone operator too. They sent a supply drone instead of an actual darter drone, so maybe he's trying to gear up for some sort of supply runs early on, but more likely he used the wrong type of drone, even though they spawned with the right one. Negative, Blue 4, we're still waiting on AAF. I just checked up on them. They just need another minute. But we're going to see these Vipers start to mobilize here. I love how they dressed up in NATO gear, knowing they're operating in NATO's sector, so they don't get outright schwacked by anything. Hearing some gunshots. I think that's just the music, actually. Alright, NATO, AAF, you are clear to start moving on to Objective 1. Remember, I will be giving you updates when objectives are completed, but that will let the enemy team know as well. Good luck, have fun, and remember, both teams can win. So NATO's starting to spew up. Already sending a Ghost Hawk, possibly to drop off Recon. Meanwhile, AAF are sending in their first guys in the form of, it looks like 2 Mohawk crews. So each faction also gets 2 helicopter pilots for either CAS roles or mainly transport and reinsert roles. So the pilots are definitely going to be busy today. So I don't see an LZ. It looks like they're going to swing around, possibly land on the left side over here. That could tip off the Vipers. Vipers have already started their engagement. They have 1 man down on the roof. All of them are set to medics. Otherwise, I'm going to send this that's a 2-man team. I'm going to send this 2-man team up to go investigate. So they drop him. But their objective, they got to take out that cache and these boats. And it looks like they also killed that auto rifleman. So the thing is, they're not using Viper armor, they're using NATO, so they're going to be in a lot of trouble here. They just got foreskin back up. All 3 of them are set to medics, so they're kind of like cockroaches. They gotta all 3 be wiped for things to happen. But each side also has spare medics, and we'll see them landing momentarily. But the Vipers are now completing their first objective before tasking. NATO has landed a group over here. It looks like the sniper team is actually going to pursue north. That's away from their first objective of LZ Connor. I've even given them grid ref, so we'll see how they're setting up here. But if they openly try to assault Camp Tempest, they're gonna die pretty fucking hard. But you can look in the mission command to see what exactly each team is going to be doing. I don't have locations set up exactly just in case people are trying to, you know, do stupid stuff they shouldn't, but you never know. But it looks like NATO's main force has landed a bit far to the south. And as you notice, some of these objectives are actually, they're pretty lightly garrisoned, because we're trying to get them, you know, warmed up to the main fight. Looks like a 50 cal's firing at that Ghost Hawk. I'm going to send this car and this 2-man team down a bit more to where that LZ is, because we have a confirmed Ghost Hawk going back and forth. But then again, I mean, was this really that hard spot? So they're down indefinitely now. I made sure that this MG couldn't fire on the aircraft carrier. Meanwhile, looking at the AAF forces that have deployed, they've already gone full guns up here. I'm going to try to send some of these units down to counter. It might take the car a moment, but I'll waypoint it down. Otherwise, he might be a bit stuck in his pathfinding. That's okay. So AAF have landed relatively close to their objective, at least their recon elements. And otherwise, they have one squad coming in. They have another squad, and their main force, it looks like, here's the, this isn't the command element. They got one of the spare medics, though. That actually might be the recon team. So command might have dropped down. Yeah, so there's the commander right there, and I think he's dropped down with these scouting guys. But they're all touring around now, taking out guys slowly. This... Did I cut your fuel on accident? I might have. No, I did not. He's just being slow. Yeah, we got some machine gun fire firing on the right. Scythe is being hit, but it looks like he's okay. He's got to get down in that defilade very quick. Otherwise, I'm in the neutral island over there. That's where everyone spawned. How are the Vipers doing? Vipers so far have killed most guys. I'm going to have a 4-man team. Part of my SOP here for what I had for this objective. I'm just going to send a 4-man team down from the forest over here. I'm going to break them off as individuals, and we're going to try to send them in to provide QRF. And now they're going to start breaching this building. The cache itself that they need to destroy is right there, and then they also have to destroy those boats. So they're breaching in with their suppressed weapons. They're also taking the Type 115s. These are beautiful guns with that underbarrel 50 cal. But also, you will not see me remote controlling anything except if I need it to debug. So they blow his head off. FR runs up, kills him, and that team's none the wiser. But the whole purpose of PvP is, in my opinion, Zeus should never remote control stuff unless it's for fixing things or stopping stupid shit from happening. Because otherwise, you know, you're kind of giving one team a bit of an unfair advantage here. But the whole point is my CSAT guys will carry out my will in terms of keeping the PvP element without it being a bit too unfair, in my opinion. Anyway, Rent the Dog. Hey, man, how have you been doing? Thank you so much for the resub, man. It's been a good 5 months, and I hope you enjoyed today's operation, and I hope you enjoy this one in particular, bro. So I think the CSAT Vic is, nope, still has its gun lined up, and NATO is being a bit slow to reinforce, so I might have to send these guys up to, looks like that car finally started moving. I don't want to come too close to this area, because otherwise it's going to start, engaging stuff, but let me do a quick little body deletion here. Looks like the second group of AAF are starting to line up. So they're trying to cast that. Oh, they actually got it. Nice, they got it decrewed. So good on Siegfried there for taking out that CSAT MRAT, but we still have one guy surviving, so he's going to come rally up with these guys. There's still 2 guys they got to clear, and then they got to start getting up to the Vix. Where is this group's medic? Looks like he's back there with the command squad, so they have 1 man down that they're going to have to take care of. PC here gets in a one-on-one with the CSAT guy. He manages to win that engagement. That's good. But it looks like I'm going to have to send CSAT up. And they've destroyed the cache. Alright. Looks like they left the 2 boats, but I guess I'll call that. Alright, let me scroll down.
What's up?
Where'd you go?
Alright.
Oh, yeah, I'll grab my vehicle. Yeah.
Alright, Vipers, here's what I need you to do. It looks like we're having some assaults at both LZ Connor to the south, but we have a garrison at Kill Farm all the way up north, and it looks like they're being completely overwhelmed. So what I'd like you guys to do is move up to Camp Rogaine and assist in their defense.
Grid?
Rogaine is grid ref. Yep.
Can we get a teleport spawn over there?
By the time you drive up, they'll probably get set up, but I would take one of your Vics, the Quillen.
I just add we might get fucking PI.
Oh, that's the risk, dude.
The AI will know not to shoot you, but I'd like you to go up and assist with Rogaine's defense.
Sure.
And then when you get wiped, I'll come back down here and give you a new set of objectives, okay?
Wait,
Don't worry about the boat.
where's the other one?
He jumped off and he grabbed the Vic.
Alright.
Alright.
Yeah, pay attention, dude.
Good luck, Vipers.
I was on the map.
I'm gonna mute myself in that channel. Go back to my viewership. There we go. They still have one guy. I'm not calling it because their commander's down right now. They gotta fucking get him up for that to be considered clear. I'm still on global. Perfect. So they should rechange, arm up in Aquilin, and hopefully by the time they get up there, they'll be able to assist, because NATO still have not set up on their objective because they dropped off a little too far. But I'm going to kill off all these guys, because, you know, they're both set to blue 4. And we'll just destroy these. That guy can delete. He's out of the field of view. And I'm still hearing intermediate machine gun fire. Looks like the CSAT Vic's coming down. That is not going to be good. They haven't gotten their commander back up. Oh, the fucking cheetah saved them. That's lucky. Oh, the frickin'... oh, that's funny. That's really fucking funny. Taskbot was injured by 10 scat. He was injured by Bin Laden. What the heck is going on? That's some blatant friendly fire here. Ah, it's up here. They shot at friendlies. Oh no. Alright, that last guy is down.
So, let's give him a warm welcome.
AAF, good job on completing your first objective. Feel free to use any assets you have conquered to proceed to objective number 2. Good luck. Alright, so a bit of a friendly fire incident. Their commander's still down right there. They gotta coordinate medics now to go heal each other and make sure they stop with the friendly fire. They already have a drone set up over Camp Rogaine. And the Vipers are going to... Alright, I have an idea. Thinking I'll move them via air. There should be, yeah, an LZ over there. Nah, let's cancel that. They're gonna take a car. By the time they do the Quillen, these guys will get their assets sorted and then move in on foot. So I'm not too worried about that. Furthermore, it looks like they're also setting up to actually be Vipers with sniper rifles. So they probably won't go directly into Rogaine. They'll probably set up on one of these hills over here to get like perfect overwatch on some of the open sides. But anyway, NATO is finally starting to get up to their first objective. Oh, this guy doesn't even notice the CSAT guy. He takes 2 shots to the left arm, but he stays alive, getting spotted by Habardicus there. So it looks like they have some Recon forces also going up to Maxwell to scout it out. I will make sure, though, that that 4-man team is not capable of getting that group taken down. So let's delete all that stuff. Let's get rid of some of these bodies. They have their Vic still alive, so they could repair it and use it to their advantage. Scythe looks like he's found the commander, but they need a medic to come over and help them. But otherwise, the whole point of these vehicles is to give, like, recon and stuff. You know, fast-moving Vics, give them an AA solution in case the enemy air is harassing them, or CSAT air is harassing them. And then, you know, one-armed Vic to assist for cover fire. So these guys are underway. Looks like they've taken out the tower here, and they're still moving on. And guys, like I said, it's going to be a slow start because they're both taking 2 objectives that are close by. But after this, NATO has to go to firing range, Camino, and the AAF have to go to Air Station Mike 26. So there is going to be a lot of overlapping fire here. And if that's not enough, then NATO has to come to Agia Marina, and AAF literally have to cross over them to get to Stratis Airport. So we have 2 opportunities for PvP here.
Let's give them a warm welcome, shall we?
So again, in my opinion, there should always be a bit of a warm-up phase of, you know, let the players think they're fighting AI for the most part, and then, you know, the PvP is kind of a bit of a surprise towards the mid and end game portions of the operation. But as I predicted, see, the AAF are now hunkering down, they're starting to send their scouts, but by then, you know, What's That's already on the road, he's going to be able to get up there. It looks like the sniper team has set up over here to get Overwatch on Maxwell. They're doing their best, but there is some openings they can use on this flank. Is that Nemesis? Yeah, of course Nemesis and Navs would know that section. I've been playing around with Maxwell on and off for years. And those two that have been with me for quite a while are, of course, going to know that, you know, from that hill there's a really nice open spot. But you otherwise might not be able to tell that on the map. So Dead Goal just fucking sprayed down ass. Wow, Dead Goal tries to go in as an auto rifleman and gets fucked by this guy. So let's see. I'm going to give this guy an ungarrison order so he stops clipping through the wall right there. Maybe he'll come out. Yep. No one's watching. Oh, this is going to be brutal. This is gonna be brutal. Oh! Az gets up. He might be able to stop the madness. He starts focusing on Red Panda. Has to give a reload. Come on, Az. There we go. But good God, that took out 2 medics. I don't think there's any other medics here because they did not clear that little building. Alright, so the next medic's Ali on ice. He's gonna have to quickly get up with Raptor here. But good God, that was a massacre. That one CSAT guy got 4 kills. That's nuts. It's crazy. But that is why you always need to clear the fucking building. If that guy goes down, you need to send another guy in there. You can't just have one lone wolf do it. Looks like they also have Crimson Mist down over here. But once they deal with that Mask Has situation, I will clear them for Objective 2. Absolutely brutal. So one guy just got frickin' sniped, so I'm gonna fucking mobilize this. And set that chopper to seek and destroy. Oh, fuck, I forgot to give it... Okay, well, that's fine. I'll, Here's what I can quickly do. I'm going to... I knew I was forgetting something in the balance, but I'll send a chopper over to land at their LZ, which is over here. I'm gonna set to seek and destroy. I hear sniper fire. That's gonna piss off the whole AO. So it looks like they just got shot down by something. So I don't know how, but he actually managed to emergency land that. Never mind. Alright, so AAF are full steam ahead in this convoy. See, this is why I'm Zeus. It's so when they do that sort of shit and get stuck in rocks, I can just fix them real quick. But the Recon team, it looks like they just sniped a few guys. They probably used that 50 cal. Oddball, it's not my fault you had 2 medics next to an uncleared building and they got wiped. I'm watching one of your medics heal the other people right now. Don't lie to me. See, fucking saying that, and I get a little chill down the spine because I'm like, oh wait, did the script break? But no, I just watched him medic everybody. Anyway, NATO, good job clearing your first objective. you are now clear to start moving in on Maxwell. Please also note, if you assault objectives early on like you already have before clearing the previous, I will remote control something and make your day hell. Thank you. You were told you didn't have any. Yeah, it's because the ones you had were down because they were being stupid. But, you know, it's none of my business, right? I'm just the Zeus, but the Zeus gets blamed for everything, right? Of course. So they're moving up all their Vics. They're lining up the Tigris to possibly fire upwards. I love how this frickin' Orca, though, crashed into everything and had a nice little bounce. But up here, they've got a Mora and a Gorgon against some heavier AAF stuff that can really help them out. But NATO, their transports also have some stuff, but it looks like the chopper just got shot down. It sounds like the Cheetah was responsible, but it looks like it shot Ryfox on the... Something blew him up, or he landed too hard. Regardless, that's going to count as a kill. And they are only down to 3 little birds now. That's a shame. So NATO's starting to move their recon elements to this first objective. I don't know why 4 people are fucking falling back. Hey, get your butt back up here. Ah, you gotta love it when they do that crap. Oh, and Auntie and I are gonna fix the medical thing finally, so pilots or people on statics don't have to disconnect when they die to get back on the server. So these guys are getting the crap beaten out of them. The AI, not the actual players, so... It's a good use of swarm tactics and coordination. And I'm hearing sniper fire as well. Let's see if I can push these 3 guys in. We still have this command section opened up. But I'm seeing very little to no casualties on the AAF side, so... I think right now the AAF have a pretty good advantage. I spoke too soon. Looks like ASF traded with that AT guy. Still, these 3 guys over on the hill. I'm going to move them around like this so they swing around properly. I'm going to keep those 2 guys garrisoned as well. Let's ungarrison this guy so he walks down the stairs. Maybe he'll get a kill or 2. Another friendly fire kill. Oh, nope, that was these guys. That was Daka, one of the Vipers, getting a kill on Romix. So they're setting up right here to harass. The Vipers draw first blood on the AAF. This guy's in a dastardly little position. The bottom of that's going to need to be cleared out. Whoops, sorry, clicked down my monitor. My apologies, guys. So Romix, they might try to bait him for medics. So this guy just opened fire. ASF coming into breach. Looks like he just barely... I know ASF got hit a few times there. Overall, that objective's cleared out. I'll let them look at things a bit more. And NATO's also starting to pick up here. Snipers have been doing work. Perfect. AAF, be advised, Objective 2 is secure. Well done with that. Feel free to start mounting up and moving to your 3rd objective. So Vipers are set up right here. They're probably going to start picking people off. So Strawn's going to try to come out. I just saw one of them on the road right there. He's blowing his stealth pretty hard. I also hear that chopper coming in. Let's look at NATO as they start to come up to their objective, and they've got, you know, those 2 CSAT picks right there. So I am hearing their Cheetah go ham on that objective. They're using that to their advantage. They are just smoking this compound. So Recon has been doing really good work here. FR, he's another Viper. It looks like he got a 2nd AAF guy. But NATO are a bit behind because of how late they spawn. They've also got their 50 cal Vic right here. They're dragging back one of their guys. And I'm going to send this 2-man sentry up to try to give some assistance. So far, so good. Watching a little bit of action from above. NATO have a large group of guys kind of stacked up right here. Their Recon's trying to comb around. They've done some heavy smoking to do some work. How was Zor able to do that in global? Like Az just got shot. They're using that 50 cal to snipe some people within the compound. I'm just hoping they don't friendly fire each other here, because when you have an assault like this on two fronts, you might have, especially if he's using thermals to see through the smoke, he might shoot a few guys. So we'll see how his trigger discipline and PID ability is there. I'm actually going to reassess this 2-man team and send them over there. Let's look back north here. Alright, Daka looks like he's gone down. Looks like he killed himself in respawn. So they got a few kills. They were doing some light harassment. Where do I put the Vipers now? I think we should let them get a crack at NATO. Alright, Vipers, next objective. Maxwell is under heavy fire at this time. They're about 10% effective. So if you want, you can speed over to Maxwell and try to get a few kills in. Or you can go to Camino firing range or Mike Station 26 to set up defenses. I'll leave it up to you.
We're going to Mike.
Gotcha.
Let's go. Come on, guys.
Alright, so Mike is the next AAF objective. And I'm actually surprised with how quickly the AAF have been organized into their vehicles here. Especially since the AAF are under command of a T0. It's always a pleasant surprise to see stuff like that. So I'm trying to be careful to make sure I don't delete the AA bodies. Like that one. Just in case they want to pick up any of the loot. But they need a medic to come down here to grab that. But they were smart to demo their Vic. You don't want to give them an extra vehicle, because that can help them out greatly. So Red just gets shot dead right there. He's taking a heavy amount of fire from Az. But this is the last guy that needs to be cleared out. Perfect. Give it a few seconds. I'm going to set up 2 8-man assault teams to start pushing against these groups. It's like Dan just ran into some minefield they were set up. NATO, good job clearing out your second objective. Proceed to your third. Good luck. Have fun. So these guys I'm going to have go up to Camp Maxwell. Blue 4, get a TP to Hob. Where is Hobardicus? I think he's somewhere in here. Because there's KTD. There's Az. I think Hobardicus is part of the Recon team. But I can't seem... Hobardicus, can you hit the Y button for me? Alright, disregard. I'm just going to teleport Crimson. I can't even find Crimson. Alright, I'm just confused now. Because he's not on the... Oh, he might not have even spawned in yet. If I actually look in here, yeah, there he is. That was, I think, Crimson. Some missiles being launched directly at Ethan's chopper. He's trying to evade. Oh, they're wasting their missiles, though. Because they only get 4. So they launched 2 right there. Ooh, that's not good. So I don't see Habardicus, but he's blue 4, so I'm going to bring Crimson over here. Because he's not part of the 2-man sniper team, and everyone else seems to be over here. But that was a big waste of missiles. I'm hearing AA starting to fire off as well. And the AAF are storming up with their 2 Vics. We got some more coming up as well. Looks like they're also starting to set up Recon over here for their final objective. But they have to fight through Agia Marina if they're going to choose that vector. We also see some drones that have been shot down. Let's do a bit of body and static cleanup here. On this side. Then go south. Let's take care of all this stuff. Take care of that chopper as well. And they're starting to move out. Someone marked Objective 3 on the map. That's going to tip off the other team. And it looks like one of them has gotten in the BTR gunner. Ooh, that's going to be a nasty surprise. Because NATO has to clear through, has to come through this area. And the AAF are also setting up. But it looks like the CSAT group is also starting to come by. So they might run into this vehicle convoy. They've deployed 4 units. Okay, this is where I remote control to fix stuff. And I'm only going to use MPT. Because flying right over a position right that Nikolai was injured by Ethan. Yeah. You can't... That's where I kind of, you know... Because if... Imagine, like, you know, some pilot flying over an objective. Like, this will at least tell them there's bad guys here, but, you know, you gotta do that. You gotta do that. My point is, like, don't remote control a guy and then kill 5 guys in an objective, but if they fly a chopper over an area that they, you know, should have reconned or, you know, shouldn't even be focused on, then, you know, pump the gas a bit. And that was only MPT rounds. I'm surprised he got shot down from those. It's AP rounds that normally shred choppers, but hey, you know, whatever works. So it looks like they had to deal with that 8-man team, and they quickly dealt with it via armor. Here, I'm going to tip off CSAT.
Also, give me bearing direction at the base if it's going to call something out.
Alright.
CSAT, be advised, we just had a squad at grid rev 047044, again 047044, which is northwest of the Mike Station 2 Sex, get wiped. Be advised. But we also have the NATO convoy coming in, so Air Station Mike 26 is going to be our first site for PvP as NATO tries to cross over on land to get their to their objective. But since AAF are a little ahead of NATO, it's causing for the first area to be more towards NATO's territory. And the trade-off here is that NATO is going to be a bit quicker to reinforce in terms of combat. That's not good. So they're driving right by Mike Station 2-6, but they're going to drive right into AAF, and they've got both their APCs lined up. I don't think there's any recon being properly done, because these guys are going to get schwacked. So here's the first PvP engagement, guys, for between NATO and AAF, because it's not the first official one, because the Viper's got a crack at AAF, but this is going to be messy. Because they also got recon guys right there. Yep. They quickly get the fuck out. 2 guys get hit on the dot, and there we go. NATO immediately... Oh, they fucking flipped their Panther. Oh, that's great. what's that's got a rocket launcher prep. That cheetah's firing from this position over here. And we're just now having a massive three-way battle between all three factions. AAF have the advantage right now because they're all geared up and they're going to start lining up over here. That actually might have been the Tigris. They're using it as an IFV instead of an AAVIC, which is entirely doable. But I'm going to be curious to see which side tries to call in cast support first. There's some heavy fire being given. NATO are really badly out of position right here because that Mora is going to come up. Gavin really needs to get that Titan out. He could take out that Mora, but instead, because you see he's also being prioritized as the guy with the rocket launcher. So these guys need to get into concealment right here in some cover that they can find. It's like, Ice back here, he's hiding behind the Vic. And that Vic blows up, and it kills that three-man team. Two more already dead, but the medic trying to push people into cover gets killed. Marshall's pushing up. That Mora is about to come up over on the left. It's coming into view now. They got the gun barely up. I think he might start trying to open fire, because this guy's only going to get in a worse position as he gets up on cover. Or not cover, but on that hill. They're exchanging fire. Their gun was disabled. Missile goes out. There it is. There's the trade-off. Nasty. It's the thing about these Titan launchers. What's that's also coming down to try to line up some shots here, but that Gorgon is also opening up on some of these players. Focusing on the AT guy. He's trying to back up so he can line up another shot on that Gorgon, but that Gorgon should probably consider pulling back, seeing that they have AT capability. What's that comes down, gets Kid Joe. But NATO need to consider, looks like they are using aircraft now to move around this battle to get to their objective. Because NATO is getting schwacked right here. And it's just because the AAF have been a little bit ahead of them and everything. But what's that is also helping the AAF clean them up. But he's going to then create an issue for these guys. Looks like Daka ran into a mine. I think that was one placed by one of their own guys. Because I don't think NATO would have been able to get up there to place mines. So that was a bit of a mistake on CSAT's part. This guy's still taking heavy fire from that Gorgon. Gav here really needs to get an AT solution on it. And it looks like the AAF are also starting to push a 5-man team around to get their laptop. Now with all the fighting, it's made the guard infantry kind of scatter a bit. That's been a tip. It's supposed to be a tip-off to tell, you know, give a hint on where the laptop is. Now we're having that Gorgon engage again. But NATO's push, because they were slower, got schwacked there pretty hard. Ryfox, he's starting to drop a team down. Yep, so he's got quite a few people in there. It looks like a 4-man team, could be more. They're gonna drive down. What are you doing? Yeah, CSAT looks up. They're gonna start engaging that fucking drone. Siegfried, he's driving that himself. And it gets shot down by the BTR. Alright. So a 4-man team has been deployed. They're going to need an AT solution for that BTR, though. So either consider with CAS or something. AF are starting to push up as well. They're pushing up a Strider very close to the enemy force. And it looks like NATO's pulling back who it can. Ryfox might start getting a medical solution down. But this has a few guys that might start considering getting out and sweeping the area. What's that does have a rocket launcher, though. This could be... Oh, he's already on it. He's waiting. He's waiting. He has the opportunity. Oh, this is going to be messy. Take the shot. What's that? Nope, he goes prone instead. He had the opportunity. He's going to pursue now. Because that is a juicy target right there. But it looks like they're dismounting now. Take the shot. There it goes. And he gets 4P. All of them go down from what's that. Oh, that was nasty. There goes all their reinforcements. They still have a medic, though, so they can get everyone back up. But CSAT Vipers are now starting to mount up against the AAF and starting to even the odds here, as NATO are going to start enjoying a nice little spec op style to complete their operation. I'm going to break these guys apart because these are the CSAT reinforcements that are supposed to be going to Maxwell, but they're going to overlap in going to Mike 2-6. So FR gets killed. What's that setting up where he can? I just heard something explode. Mox gets destroyed as the Little Bird. I'm willing to bet he was probably shot down by the Tigris. Yeah. Nasty little bugger there. But FR got killed by the Tigris as well. But Stro, I've been seeing his name pop up a lot. He's been doing quite a few PvP kills here. I don't know where he is, though. He might be the Gorgon, but it looks like the Gorgon is back here. They're dragging people around. They need to get a medic back here to get those guys back up. But NATO have taken considerable casualties. I don't know where Ryfox as a medic went, but it looks like KTD might take his 4-man team and try to get some of his guys back up. But they need to also seriously consider just disengaging and using a chopper, because they lost this first engagement because they were attacked on 2 flanks. AAF had just been a bit quicker in their operations and deployment because, you know, they deployed right on their objective while NATO deployed very far south and had to walk quite a bit to get up there. But now I think Ryfox knows the strategy and he's going to start ferrying guys up there, so now it's at the AAF's disadvantage. Oh my god. AAF have considerably locked that area down. And they just outright schwacked 4 people, multiple people in that chopper. He needs to take a much wider berth if he wants to get away with that a second time. Because they're definitely not going to have it any other way. That was devastating for NATO. They are now a bit more behind. They got to really rely on this 4-man team. But they have their AAPs too. They're just using it much more defensively. If they were to push it up a bit closer, they could definitely utilize it. But also, in the contradiction, they could definitely deploy an AT guy on one of these hills and schwack that frickin' Tigris. I can see it from here. So it's definitely doable. Daka's going to try to come up and get FR up. Meanwhile, KTD, it looks like he's going to try to flank around and possibly get these guys. It's going to be tough, but AAF are right on top of their position. Daka uses his underbarrel Beowulf rounds to shoot through the H-Berry and kill Kip. I think Ramek sees him, though. Smoke is popped. Machine gun fire is being put down on Daka's position, and he goes down. What's that is also coming around to provide assistance. But NATO really need to change up their strategy. I think Ryfox knows his mistake now. He's probably going to consider flying around, doing that wide arc. But as long as he can get that team down, basically because of how the AAF's doing here, they'll still be pretty close to finishing at the same time. So I'm going to just delete some of the bodies up here, because by now they've had sufficient time to loot, keeping the server good in terms of frames. Let's also go to Maxwell here. We're keeping those 2 vehicles, though, in case they want to use them to reinforce. That's perfectly fine. And keeping these guys going. I hear that that chopper is spewing up. What's its flight path? Looks like instead he's going to land directly on the island. They're going to try to push through. What's that? Kills Bin Laden. Nice. Kip is looking at that position. What's that's using his best to stay on concealment. He's going to pull back instead. He does have that RPG. NATO still have this 4-man team going around. But my main motto today has been focus on your objective and not the hostiles. Grabin comes up and he takes down what's that. So they all concede defeat. They have died. Alright, here's the deal. Vipers, you can either continue to harass forces at Air Station Mike 26, Set up defenses at Camino firing range, or set up defenses at Stratis Air Force Base or Agia Marina. Up to you. You have free reign now.
Free reign? Alright, that's what I wanted to hear, thank you.
No problem. It's always a little chilling when you hear What's That say something like that. He has free reign now. Trying to mobilize this BTR. Looks like they've shut out the turret, actually. And we have this Gorgon out right here, so someone with AT had the ability. It looks like these guys are going suppressed. This is what I was worried would fucking happen. People taking fucking DMS scopes as a goddamn medic. That just means I have to be much more strict with the fucking arsenal next time. I have a few men down right here. A few guys shooting from these positions as well. Oh, this guy using the open doorway. Nice. AAF are being faltered here. Ryfox, he's doing that wide berth. Looks like he was just deploying a few guys. And they are, again, with that wide berth going around. The Tigris has also moved, so it's not in a position to engage. But with that, they'll be able to bring down those reinforcements and then get everyone down. AAF have found their objective. AAF, good job on completing your third objective. Intel secured. Proceed to your final assignment. Out. Alright, so reinforcements. Create LZ. Create rally point. Oh shit, no. There we go. Rally point. What I had for the third objective for each faction is I will spawn a chopper in a bench Taru to reinforce the previous objective. So there's the bench. Let's get that assault squad going. And it's gonna land. Same will go for Camino firing range. Ryfox is getting his chopper down. He's gonna land right here, and the main assault team for NATO will start queuing up. But I will also admit, AAF have the harder objective here. They have to clear out an entire town, while NATO only have to get fuel trucks. Here, gonna tell the Vipers something.
Liru's like, what are they doing?
Free reign!
Who knew?
Free reign!
Guys, I'd like you to focus on... Are you using mortars?
Yep.
Stop
Yep.
with the mortars.
Super rare.
Within the rules I already set. That was a good spook, but stop with the mortars.
We're defensive firing.
I know, but
This is our island.
guys, no mortars. Come on. We know better.
Oh wait, it's already
Oh my God.
over. Whatever's in the air is in the air, dude.
Okay. But try to focus on the AAF because they're going to be trying to take the Air Force Base. They're a bit ahead of NATO.
One
Because
of
of
you
that.
bring fucking artillery, or not artillery, but fucking anti-tank, because Liru just decided to get them vehicles.
I'll grab it.
Okay.
And we get nothing.
Well, you're not gonna carry a sniper rifle in a rocket launcher. Who the fuck was just doing
Shit.
that right now?
I'll give you guys 50 cal MRAP. How about that?
It's better than nothing. We don't have shit. 3 people versus fucking 50.
It's fun.
It's not.
Their whole point, though, is they're just aggressors. They're not supposed to have any dedicated objectives, but I digress. Anyway, that NATO 4-man team's come up. Grabbing the AT man has gone down. Looks like they got Straw over here, though. Ali got him. They're firing GMGs over here, so they're trying to cut off this force. And they're going to be a distraction, but it's not going to go too well. Also, looks like that Cheetah's lined up, and they're now firing. Looks like he's trying to kill Ramix. But NATO's also starting to move to this objective over here. What the hell have these idiots been doing? Okay, they all decided to group up in one holy mess, so... I'm just gonna send them around as individuals and hope that works, because I don't know why they did that. That's fine. Also, my Vic has driven off. I don't know where it went. We also have this 8-man team coming around, still going to Maxwell. I'm actually going to have them try to slow down the AAF a little bit, because they are a bit ahead of schedule, so they're taking fire. Sergeant looks like he got KTD there. So these guys know. They know that there's some NATO guys down here, so whether they're going to go for the blood or go for the objective is up to them at this point. But NATO definitely has this force large enough to take that firing range. Here's the car. They've been getting sniped. I'm going to see if he'll follow orders here. I want to send him up there. He's a GMG, though. Oh, he's watching the AA. That's an unarmed Vic. Siegfried, you already flew over here. Did you not learn your lesson? So they've started engagement. I'm looking for an AT specialist. There he is. So it's gonna be I'm the Jackal's job to take out that that frickin' BTR. Seeing some more fire right here. ASF was injured by NAFs. Where is that sniper team? NAFs is over here. Fuck, where was ASF if he got that shot from, like, all the way over here? He might have been firing... Ah, they might have been firing upward. Alright, so ASF is probably up here then. Yep, so they did a sniper kill, and now they're changing positions. They gotta be careful because they're moving close to Camp Tempest. What's that is set up over here. Well, I'm going to put the Kajman in the air now. Because it's definitely pissed off at something. So we'll have him come up, and he's going to also eat some of the vehicles. But yeah, the AAF are staying in this position. They really need to consider pulling back, because they're giving NATO more time to catch up with the destruction of this area. A lot of guys have been taken out. Mr. J, the medic, is down, so they're going to need to... have, looks like Raptor and Ant come up and provide assistance. We still have Gaving up, and he does have that AT weapon. He's staying prone in concealment so he's not spotted. But again, these guys need to call in a chopper or something to get the fuck out. So my beautiful Kajman is set up. He's engaging choppers. Trying to spray down Siegfried. And it looks like he gets him. Oh no, that was just a respawn. Never mind, there's Siegfried. So that Kajman, they need to bait it over to their AA so it gets shot down, but otherwise, that's probably going to hurt a bit if they don't provide, do proper, you know, evasive maneuvers. So these guys are down. They set up statics here. AAF, please note, I don't want you to engage from your carrier to somewhere because that'll just let NATO schwack your carrier. So have a brain. Don't be stupid. Put that away. Because I think he was setting up to fire 18 missiles at these guys, which would just let NATO engage the carrier. So, and I wouldn't say anything bad about that, because, you know, if they open the door. But I don't want people to get spawn camped. That's the whole point of those carriers. Because in the first draft, I had them both spawning on the island, and I thought, you know, they'll probably find a way to spawn camp each other and shit. Yep, so they're flying right over the AA. Ah, I love doing that. There goes the Cashman, so good job by those pilots baiting it all the way back there. But Weewoo gets the kill in the end. So it looks like they're pulling back some of the stragglers. Looks like they brought over one of the trucks. And they're getting most people out right now. Gav has so many targets of opportunity, but I think he might be out of ammo or something. Yeah, if he were to just stand up, get on this hill, I mean, that's a juicy target right there. But instead, he's going to stay hidden. Oh, such a missed opportunity. But otherwise, these guys are now moving over to start engaging the airbase. NATO, meanwhile, they are starting to poke up here as well. They're taking out what targets they can. They just got to get in that research building and secure the laptop, and then they can proceed to their final objective. So I just heard a missile go off, and that's going to decrew the Kajman. Nice job, AT. I already gave him a shout-out earlier saying that that was his only job. Yep, that was Jackal. Good job to Jackal. Bruce was injured by Dead Goal. ASF was killed by Dead Goal. Now my question is, where's Dead Goal? Oh, yeah. He's in that AA piece. They're trying to make their falling back get a little messy here. And it looks like he also destroyed the Strider. Ooh. ASF, like, if you don't pull back in time, NATO will find a way to kill you. And Bruce looks like he fell through the map. Alright. NATO, good job on securing your third objective. Proceed to your fourth and final objective. Good luck. Again, to re-clarify objectives here. AAF have to clear out this airbase. NATO have to get 4 of these fuel trucks back. And there's quite a lot of them. So this is where the real PvP is going to start, because both of their AOs are within each other. So yeah, now they're starting to use, Dead Goal's starting to use that IFV to basically kill stragglers that have stayed here for way too damn long. And AAF forces are going to start having to respawn and then redeploy. They're moving their Cheetah there. So let me grab my reinforcing points. I almost forgot my ROP. Though I think the Tigris might shoot it down from the AAF side. But hey, we got to follow our orders, right? Otherwise, it wouldn't be fair. So, reinforcements, spawn units. Everything should be set. Let's send it away. So NATO have already gotten a significant amount of guys down right here, but have already been heavily engaged. Multiple casualties taken from these 2 guys, and I'm going to send this group back. I'm going to send a car up too. They're probably going to see this fuel Vic and wonder what the heck's it for. But yeah, a lot of these guys are guard infantry too, because I want to do some special custom stuff. NATO, that's AF. I'm sorry, I'm getting my terminology confused. My point is, NATO have to get fuel Vics, AF have to get those, and we'll just remember that I can't English properly. Yeah, AAF's medic is down. So a lot of these guys are going to have to respawn because there's no other groups close by unless there's a medic within the Tigris Vic. So as I predicted, I think the Tigris shot down the Taru. And the rest of AAF is pulling back. NATO, they have grabbing... He might have gone AFK right there. Looks like they tried to challenge the BTR. Are you trying to poke your gun in to shoot them out? That's cute. Here, this is also cute. So Siegfried also left. I think his thing got shot down right here. It looks like they pissed off some of the Vics. They're just all Tokyo drifting along over here. I'll try to bring them back. But yeah, I think it's because they were doing a flyby back here. And it just caused an issue. Nafs from the sniper team just got killed by what's that? He's being a sniper. Oh, the counter sniping. And he gets Nemesis too. Sit down, NATO sniper team. The tier 5s are here to play. Good on that. Frickin' what's that there? Ending NATO's little sniper team reign. CSAT guys are setting up a defensive perimeter at the final 2 objectives. And the AAF, they're setting up what they can right here. But that BTR, I only told the car to roll. The BTR did it on its own. Oh, it has a Viper in it. Yeah, because FR is in the car. What's that's there? So that means DACA is in the BTR. Ooh. It's going to be nasty. Yeah, medic needed, but they got a BTR rolling up on them. So now the factions need to basically reconsolidate their forces, land, they got their objective, and NATO now needs to start getting there. But look at this. We actually have a Ghost Hawk coming in with a Little Bird escort. I would have personally brought a Huron to fit everybody because they're going to have to do multiple trips, but it's always nice to see when they actually escort their airvics, especially in enemy airspace. Brings a tear to my eye. So Ethan, he's in one of the Mohawks ready to go. He might be running reinserts, but I see the other pilot. I think that's Siegfried right there. Yep. He might... Oh, they lost their fix. They have no more casts on stamp. Nope, they have one. They have one left. Ooh. So they're going to have to prioritize it. Otherwise, Little Bird's staying back here on standby in case it's needed. It's going to land over here and pick up as many people as it can. But they're going to start redeploying into AAF's territory. This guy I'm just going to delete because I don't want a random APC driving around in the water. So I don't know where that BTR... Oh, there she is. She pulled back, and now she's just schwacking anything that moves within that compound. Looks like Scythe went down to the... Nope, went down to the BTR because that turn isn't adjusted. But that one killed XCs, completely wiping that group. So now both sides have a bit of an equal advantage here to get into the AO. Otherwise, yep, we still, it looks like Gavin woke up. Deadgoal might come over to pick him up. In one of the Quillins that, it's the second one they used to get up there. Alright, so looking over at the map, NATO's been picked up, they have a full load. So they're probably going to move him to drop off and then pull him back. They got to be careful though, because this Tigris is still in the area. And she still has 3 of her 4 missiles left. Meanwhile, the Cheetah, which I'm trying to look for right here. Looks like they actually fixed the Panther, but the Cheetah has none of its missiles left. Deadgoal dunked on the AAF very early on, and thus everything was lost. But the AAF have the advantage here. They're now going to start pushing through and actually assisting in NATO's objective by clearing out Adja Marie. So that'll actually be a bit beneficial in the long run for NATO, but it looks like they've also stolen a BTR, and they're going to start bringing that up as well. The Vics of interest that are still up right now are the Gorgon, which I'm not sure where it is right now, but if it's still available, Gorgon would be a very, very nasty piece because it has 2 AT missiles. But I don't see it on map right now. But otherwise, BTR's CSAT variants would be very deadly, followed by the AA vehicles. I'm trying to see where Risen and Wolf died. Dynamic Tiger needs a teleport to ASF. I can't find him, though.
Did they just team kill? Congratulations, Blue 4. You just blew on blued. Well done. Oh, that was brilliant. At least they have a medic to heal everyone. Oh! Oh, that was just... Congratulations. You played yourself. Looks like Siegfried got shot down by Deadgull. Dynamite, I'm going to request that you reinsert with a chopper. Places are way too chaotic right now to do any TPs in. At least for AAF units. Because I can't find ASF. So, look at this. The AAF commander's up here, scouting things out, but he's actually really close to what's that, who's reconning out the areas. So, I was thinking the AAF would actually be smart enough to maneuver down to the south after seeing that this is all hostile, but that doesn't need to be cleared out. And instead go for the airbase. But instead, they're moving on to Agia Marina, which is just going to make it, you know, tougher for these guys. So I just heard something outright explode over here. But with these two AA pieces, it's going to make it tougher. And it looks like... I think the tank just engaged the Tigris and schwacked it. Because that's the only thing big enough to have that cannon unless something AAT'd it. But that sounded like a tank shot. So now it's only Deadgull who's been lone wolfing in this Vic that has AA supports for NATO. So now NATO has the advantage, in my opinion. Oh, I'm gonna laugh if the commander actually walks up on frickin' what's that. Looks like Nafs and Nemesis have also redeployed. Deadgull has a 4-man team coming up to him right now. It's from that Strider. Deadgull is trying to engage. He doesn't get Taskbot, though. Taskbot manages to get into concealment. This is definitely their recon and sniper team. So, Deadgull, honestly, bring up the frickin' IFV AA piece and just schwack the entire hill. That's what I would do. I would just say, oh, that's cute. Yeah, you're engaging me with light arms. Allow me to play the son of my people. So yeah, the AAF are pushing into NATO's objective. Looks like they're also lasing Deadgull's target, so they know that he's there. But look, he's basically bringing this up. Oh, shit. What the fuck did I just witness? They're gonna steal... Oh my god! Oof! You just handed them your fucking AAV! And then you're gonna drive it up to where the tank... You drove it right up to where the last one... Okay. Okay. That was just... so bad! That was so bad! Oh my... Okay. I'm digressing. That was just... That was like a Looney Tunes freaking skit. Like, what the fuck? There were so many mistakes made, but... Ah... You have just contracted multiple diseases within the past 5 minutes. I feel ya, Cavalor. I fucking feel ya. Alright. Back to the rest of this. It looks like they're having some guys go on foot. They might actually run into... I thought the pilots were clear on that rule, but I guess I missed it. So Daka is taking a quad bike to get back up. So there we go. The two pilots, they're getting their head in over it again. It looks like they're taking their own chopper anyway. Someone's stepping up, which for Friday, I guess it's fine since it was a technical difficulty, but good God. So NATO has this BTR. They're also putting it on the hill, but just I can't believe some of the stuff I've witnessed today. It's just, that's why I love PvP. Some of the player-on-player stuff is just delightful. So we still have some NATO guys back here, but they need to get a move on here because they are displaced. Gonna delete some of the stuff over here. Gonna delete all of the black dots and all of the CSAT units. Also delete that drone, but the AAF are still starting to push into NATO's objective. It's just gonna make it easier for NATO in the long run. But they're also deploying some guys. And I hear a chopper. Nikolai landing in some reinserts. It's like they got a 6-man team. And he's gonna wave off. So this BTR had a perfect opportunity, but no one heard it. Just, it's crazy how units can literally deploy right next to each other, and no one can be none the wiser. It looks like Zorex has noticed that there's some redeployment down there. This BTR could easily schwack him, but right now it's firing across the way and killing some of these AAF guys. So he's firing his sniper rifle back, possibly to disarm it. They just took an an AT missile from somewhere. Otherwise, the AAF have pushed up, and it sounds like the BTR just got schwacked. Yep. Gotta be careful when you put it on those big hills, because anything in that valley can kill you. I don't know who the shooter was, though. I mean, heck, it could have been a tank for all I know, but we would have heard a heavier thing. But that tank was definitely looking its direction. It could have been the tank. But I love how this tank has just gotten so many kills just because it has the perfect position. So NATO's Recon team is still working on the Northern Valley. Looks like they had to smoke themselves. They might have come under contact. I'm going to send this 4-man team over to try to deal with these guys. Anyway, NATO still haven't all left that hill. Deadgull, I guess he's going to take the car, or he's going to walk it. What's that? Getting another kill. Jackal was an AT member on the AAF side, I believe. Let's quickly look over to his position. Nope, it was Blue 4. Whoops. But yeah, he gets another lick in. Is the commander still tracking him? You know, I know why it's not first-person enabled. I accidentally have the difficulty on regular instead of custom. Whoops. That's fine. Even with that, I think overall the operation has been pretty well done so far. We're only an hour in. We're down to the final objective, but this is where the true heart of the fighting is going to be. It's already 2 Mohawks down. Let's look at Vix over here. AAF are down to about 1/3 of their potential here. I don't see any cast remaining. Meanwhile, looking at NATO, I want to say, yeah, they're at a pretty similar state. They still have 1 cast bird up. Looks like they lost the propellers on that thing. Yeah, people have been slamming into the carrier, though. You got to really lightly land on that puppy, or land on the concrete parts. Red Patriarch gets hit by what's that? So Mox is also starting to do cast runs. But there's no AA anymore. So what's that cleans up the Blue 4 assault from that direction. Looks like he's shifting over to the gunfire over here. Got these guys firing back and forth. Send these guys over. Ethan. Ethan's a pilot. I have no idea where those casualties... Ah, they're over here. Oh, they had one Casper left. The Rhyfox was staying there way too long, and he just schwacked them. And he schwacked them hard. Again, people are not really learning. Once you get the objective done, you need to go. Because otherwise, the enemy team or freaking Vipers are going to be all over your ass. And that's what we've been seeing, both at Air Station Mike 26 and Camino firing range. They stay there for too long, and they're too slow to get everybody out, and thus, you know, the casualties mount. And I think that's been a really good factor for the balancing today, because it also, you know, gets everyone killed, so they can then reinsert and then get right back into the fight instead of waiting around for too long. So, Weasley knows what he's doing. He's going to his right objective. But I'm going to quickly tab out. My apologies. I'm going to look at AAF command. Yeah, move to Airbase. Yeah, move to the Airbase and secure it while NATO's is secure the VIX. Because I privately messaged both of them what their objectives were. Also, I think I missed a sub. If someone subbed, I apologize. I might have missed you. My apologies. It's been hectic. There's a reason I didn't put R&R. It's so they can't spam stuff. The AI is driving up to DACA. But you have to really prioritize your gun runs here. That's been one of the whole points of the night. But it looks like AAF, again, they're getting schwacked for doing NATO's objective. They're doing all of NATO's heavy work for them, and it is not paying off. The only person that seems to know what they're doing is Weasley Wells, but he's kind of lone wolfing at this point. So I'm kind of hoping that one of the snipers pinches him for that. I guess there is a lose factor, though, of if you just run out of choppers to reinforce with. But, I mean, like, each squad lead has an AT weapon. Or not squad lead, but each of the major squads has one to be able to, you know, take out armor. So, the AT, or the frickin', you know, the enemy VIX have been a bit tough, but it's been balanced, so both AOs have, you know, equal units and whatnot, except for this, where the BTR got flipped, but the one from the damn airbase got commandeered by a Viper, and now he's just using that to clean house. Yeah, and even so, we have a dead AT guy down here. Someone could take that. Oh, this is cute. What's that's giving a look around, but he doesn't notice there's an AAF guy right there. I think you just noticed. Oh, this poor bastard. Cat, I'm so sorry. Dems cat. He stopped. Boom. Right in the back, he goes down. Owie. Where is the AAF's AT? NATO redeployed with some of the AAF's VIX. And we have one guy from the AAF now driving up. Yep, he's gonna nope the fuck out. Okay, looks like he's gonna try to do some damage. I wonder what he's got in that backpack. Probably explosives. But both teams really need to reconsolidate their forces and reassault. AAF's been doing a good job, but they've been hitting the wrong one. And it's just going to do Blue 4 better in the end. It's like they just blew something up, so they're loading up on one of these choppers. They got a few men down, but yeah, they really need to just pick up the pieces again and move on.
I want my goat back.
Go CSAT and tell What's-That to stop playing with his food. He's just steadying his sight so he makes sure he gets the perfect shot. Yeah, dead goals in a GMG CSAT Vic that he stole. And he's driving around. He's got to be careful not to get in the firing line of that tank, though, because it will fuck him up.
Shall we?
Alright, Kid Joe crashed. I'll TP him if I see him. Let's get rid of these bodies. But we'll see where they land. I think they're trying to swing around to land on the opposite side here. I gotta remember that Kid Joe grab. So it looks like these guys have secured one of the Vics. However, that tank is not going to let anything through unless they take the back streets right into AAF territory. And AAF, for some reason, are pushing on the NATO objective, so it's just overcomplicating things. But Ancient King, he survived that BTR by hiding. This BTR is going back around again. He's looking for prey.
So let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Looks like they're opting to land over here. I think he just slammed the chopper. Yep. He slammed that on the hill a bit too hard. There's KTD. Alright, player. I was waiting to see if it exploded. Player, Kid Joe. That one I'll give because it's not an immediate combat. Alright. So yeah, they fucked the chopper. If they have the engineer with them, they could repair it, but otherwise, it's not gonna work too well. And then we have this fucking thing still harassing some of the pilots. What's-That gets another kill. This time on Az, which I don't know where he is. But I think he was blue for it, yep.
Warm welcome, shall we?
They keep assaulting from the same area. There's all this other area that the... You can't blame the NATO for this, but... He just tried to cast the BTR, but he missed. He's engaging. He gets below the hill. Alright, the engine still sounds good. Now I think the tank's firing at him. I don't know why it can only turn that way. It's not turning anymore, but he's gonna make everything with a frickin' vehicle turret come over to his last known position, so that's gonna make this AO even tougher. But I'm really trying to spot where the rest of the AAF dogs are. Because I know they have more than this. They have a few guys down, sure, but where are the rest of them? Are they still back here? Like, there's quite a few mounting back up, so I think they're waiting until most of them go down to then do a massive reassault. But they need to come over here and assault their actual objective, because if they don't, they're just going to keep making it easier for NATO to win their mission. But I think just based off of that already, I think NATO clearly has the winning advantage. What the fuck did I just witness? Yep, Daka. Was Bin Laden caught in the open? Daka just schwacked him from the hill. Gotta wonder where that AT is, because otherwise these Vics would have been dead forever ago. Yeah, they must have NATO doing drops, and I guess they keep trying to just deny NATO the objective, but that's not going to play out too well for them. So it looks like Hellcat is trying to brave actually sneaking this fuel truck around everybody to get one of the 4 fuel trucks they need back. So he's trying to sneak around this CSAT Vic. Looks like they got another one they're also trying to sneak back. I mean, if they find 2 more, they could do it, and then I'm going to clear NATO to go, like, fuck up the Stratis airport base and blow up as many of the air assets they can find. Oh, this is going to be a rude awakening for him, because I locked all of these, because I figured someone would try to do something like that. 2 guys down over there, I think he might have done that. But overall, everyone's pretty scattered. This is all just getting pretty messy. I don't know where Ancient King went, because he was bringing bodies in there, but I think he died. And it still shocks me that no one has been able to get an AT solution. See, there's the AT man, but what's that sniped him? So with no AT, they're not going to be able to properly engage that BTR. And it is still looking around for targets. Unhappy Troll, who was in there as a medic, tried to come out, but FR locked him down because the Vipers are all over right here. This is where the PvP has been. That's where they're drawn to. But yeah, like in Debrief, I'm going to definitely discuss how the AAF helped with doing this objective. I just saw a missile get launched. I think that was one of the BTR's AT pieces. They're trying to... Oh, of course, it's the commander of the entire AAF force that's stuck here. I have noticed that Oddball's been staying on the hangar. He's been coordinating things from afar while the Tier 0 commander for the AAF has been, you know, staying back. These guys really need to get a reinsert. But I think they're all starting to get organized. They're getting organized into Alpha and Bravo, and I think they're going to finally, you know, swing around and take their objective. Because look at Wells here. He's been fucking killing people. We're going to go send a group to investigate. Because, well, doctrine dictates that I do. We're going to see if we can take them out. But so far, you know, 4 kills in the airbase. It's been pretty solid. A lot of these guys getting schwacked. What's that? Racking up another kill on Dr. Chaos. I hear an AT weapon fire off. And it lands over here and actually kills Dead Gull. There we go. Yep, so some of the Recon guys found AT weapons and they're using them. But now they're under fire from Blue 4, who has a massive force back here. And they're making that Recon team, well, hunker down. So these 2 guys, they're trying to line up. They're engaging that CSAT. Whoops. Yeah, a 50 cal. They're trying to... That's their only engineer, too. So I think they're trying to steal a Vic, or at least repair their cast Vic. But, yeah, they should have called in some backup, because now their engineer's down. They don't have a medic. So this Marid's right on him. The BTR is also with him. Jackal, the AT guy for Blue 4, gets hit by what's that yet again. But one of these fuel trucks, it looks like they are away. Yeah, PC, he's trying. He's trying, but I locked those puppies because I knew someone would try to lone wolf and steal one. When you play this game enough, you know every little dastardly tactic the player base is going to try. Looks like Ethan just respawned. It's not worth it, but they have a cast Vic right there where if they can get it repaired, that can definitely help them out. FR gets another kill. I think Bin Laden's dead, though. Alright, another AT piece. Fire off. Yeah, so they're just dumping their AT right onto these guys' position. But since they're only they're AT rockets, not HE, it's not going to be too effective. I'm hearing cast now. Oh, that's nasty. These guys get strafed. I just crashed. Yep. Come on, Arma. Why would you do that to me? Why, oh why? Love that. You gotta fucking love that. Let me put our TeamSpeak up, because I gotta stream a few passwords. We'll get back up in just a few moments. My dear apologies, but yeah, Arma for being Arma. And the moral of the story is you're a total bitch. Right. Yeah, now all of a sudden the AAF takes the victory, right? Alright. Hate to have to stream up some of my beloved passwords. It's probably going to give me a connecting failed error too, you know, that nice little cherry on the top. Arma doing its best to just delay me from getting back in my server, right? You start watching the crashes. Alright, thanks, Alec. You just come in and you crash my... No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it wouldn't be a proper Arma stream without crashing. So I'm actually not going to log into my admin because I don't see a point, but just look at everything. This is a bit behind the scenes here. AAF are missing one guy, but otherwise it is a completely full server. Oh yeah, they could land a heli inside the airport if they wanted to. Also, all my garrisons are going to ungarrison, but at this point I think that's justified because, you know, the action's only left in those two towns. And, of course, naturally, I am Chad. Let's look back in the action here. So, Blue 4 are still up on this hill. They're getting their wounded back up. Sniper team's back there. AAF, I'm still wondering what their plan is, because they deployed these guys way out here when their objective is over here. They could totally coordinate with Weasley here and say, hey, this is all clear. Land a chopper all the way around and you can get a force on the southern tip, no problem. But people are getting into the PvP mindset. Because this massive force is definitely going to be something to be reckoned with, but only if their AT is capable of taking out those Vics. Nemesis got some revenge. Whoo. He took a launch shot, and he actually eliminated, what's that? Ouch. So FR has his render distance up. He is firing 50 cal down, and he's killing some of these Recon team guys. Ryfox is coming in. They are blue on bluing each other. They're in the same TeamSpeak channel. What the fuck are you idiots doing? So much blue on blue tonight. And that BTR is firing shots at these guys. And they're firing light arms at the little bird. Infested Daka. They flew the frickin' thing right up to Daka and he schwacked it with a goddamn APC. Dum-dums. Like he hasn't even moved the BTR from that position. Yeah, lesson in why not. Next person to talk in global gets a kick other than me. Alright, I'm gonna have to fucking give my password here because that's the only way I'll be able to speak in global. I'll change it anyway. But I always change the damn password. Besides, the other servers have different passwords and whatever, but that's my bay. Alright, regardless, they're pulling that Vic back. It has to be close to out of ammo by now, and it might be hunting the other Blue 4 players. Regardless, AAF have a massive trek, and I'm willing to bet they're still gonna go for frickin' Agia Marina instead of their actual goddamn objective. Weasley fucking wiped my 4 guard infantry. I'm gonna have to send something else after him. Shout out to PC Weasley Wells keeping his eye on the damn prize and actually just soloing my objective right now. Normally I detest lone wolves, but since he's the only one actually following the goddamn mission, I will make an exception. But I'm gonna send everything after him. I think FR also notices something's up. He's sending his Vic back to go deal with him. Oh, here we go. Mox is trying to get a firing line on the that's not a Mohawk, that's an unarmed Hellcat. Just heard a missile line up. Someone just AT'd Nemesis. Ramix. Ay, 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 that's a nasty shot. So he's quickly dropping off his guys, and he's gonna pull back up. He's taking some sniper fire. There's the light arms. That glass is very easily breakable. If that auto rifleman were to line up a shot, get a nice burst on it, Mox would go down in that little bird. But we also have the NATO guys over here, and it's turning into direct PvP. So why don't we make this a bit more interesting? Send in Goat Team 6 now. Dead Gull, thanks for the resub, man. I hope you're enjoying the operation. I hope you're not on the fucking stream, though. That would be bad since you're on Blue 4. But, hey, man, thanks for the resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operation. Yeah, I'll give it to him. I had to weigh it in my head a bit, but, hold on.
It was cute, because they kept going to revive that one squad. I'm like, yay, more kills!
Guys, I'm gonna put, I'm gonna put an ammo and fuel Vic. You know the,
let's give him a warm
the
welcome,
HQ building within Stratis Air Force Base?
No.
Yeah, yeah.
It's within the, like, massive military base. It's, that green
God.
building. I'll put the, Vic Spy there, okay?
God, thank you.
Cool. Yeah, what's... It sounds like they're having a fucking blast, my CSAT boys. They're literally surrounding him and toying with him. Oh my god. Playing with their fucking food. The difference is they're going to be able to wake Foreskin back up. Here, I won't give a repair Vic. Can we just make life harder and harder for the player base? I don't have to do that. They're already doing it themselves, but I will provide an ammo Vic, and I will provide a fuel Vic, but not a repair Vic.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall
Actually, no, they should be, they have Titan AT fucking on both sides. What am I doing? Of course we're going to give him a repair Vic. Keep forgetting my little R&R here. My rules. Tank's still here. That needs to be schwacked. AAF still have a guy over here, their commander. Ay, ay, ay. And Marv is still over here to get another Vic. But let's look over at, Blue 4 here. How many... They have one fuel Vic at base. So I assume the other one was probably destroyed or injured. Nope, it's just hiding out over here, but it has a destroyed wheel, so it's a lot tougher to drive. So Torch is staying behind to guard it. Oh, this is cute. They pulled right up on... He tried to put a charge on it, and he gets shot, and he just gave him one of the MRAPs. Oh, you gotta love all this lone wolf action where they do stupid things and get countered by other lone wolves. It's beautiful. So what's that has redeployed? But yeah, all of these forces are still out of play over here. I'm going to bring in some CSAT guys to join in on the fun. Reinforcements, spawn units, Let's get helicopter up. Let's give it an 8-man assault squad. And it should be able to set itself at those points that were previously put down. But yeah, so far, Blue Force closer to completing their objective. There's still quite a few fuel Vics still left alive. But yeah, they're getting stuck in confrontational fighting between each other. So the idea of focusing on hostiles is being followed, but you gotta focus on the objective. Otherwise, you're not gonna win. And it's getting close, too, that both sides might actually lose, because AAF only have a few choppers left. NATO, they still have a good bit of choppers left. And I'm yellow chaining. God fucking, why? Why is the internet now deciding to fuck with me? God damn. Let the civs win it, frickin' politicians. I feel ya. I really don't know what either side's strategy is right now. So it looks like they're taking one of the transport Vics to go back in, but really, they need to be using their air support to get them close and then on their actual objective. Otherwise, no one's going to win this. So I'm just sending CSAT indiscriminately to where these kill zones are. I'm seeing drones also being deployed. Do they have bombs on them? Nope, they're just naked. Alright. But AAF need to be really, really careful, because if they run out of choppers, they lose. I can't fix that. I can't fix if they can't respawn at the bases. That's something they gotta relog for, because I can't directly spawn them in manually. I can't put a thing on there because it won't spawn them in properly. Count Von Count, bring in some war journalists. There's no point to, though. Because I'm just trying to make sure this is all balanced from. I just heard a missile fire off. Nice, that was a direct AT shot. But they're getting the remaining vehicles that they have. Mr. J is over here. He has a fuel Vic. And he's hiding. He's just going to hide from these guys. Because, you know, just let them move around. But yeah, that's 3 Vics that they've gotten up to. And if NATO wins, then I'm going to say clear out the airfield and destroy all the assets that you can find. And that'll be a factor to actually prevent the AAF from winning. Because the AAF has just been... The first part was been great, but now they're just being poorly deployed across everywhere. Again, not focusing on their objective. Let's get rid of a few more of these bodies here. But I would definitely think that as long as they fucking get their forces in properly, the NATO force has a distinct advantage right now. So I hope he's coming in to pick those guys up to redeploy, because if he's coming to drop them off over here, which it looks like he is, I see quite a few crew members in there. I mean, we're just going to get stuck with an engagement out here. And slowly CSAT's going to, you know, start getting better toys. I'm going to clear them on mortars in a few minutes if, you know, I don't see any improvement. It looks like AAF are starting to move along. But... yeah, they gotta be really careful. They only have a few choppers left compared to NATO. So yeah, they just deployed another full team. But again, like way on the outskirts. It's no bueno. Look at this, Romix, he's now lone wolfing. Thing is, you can't really stop it either because it's a public Friday op. But it also creates some interesting moments because, you know, everyone has to keep on their toes. But, yeah, more AT weapons are being seen. What's that and his Viper group are getting another chance to, you know, set up more defenses. And the commander's still here. I'm going to order these guys to search this building. And I'm going to see if I can get the jump on them. Because it's about time they fucking searched it. Tutti Frutti injured by Taskbot. Mr. J looks like he let those quad bikes drive around. I don't know where Taskbot is. I'm trying to look for a few kills here. I think he's hearing them. That's a nasty little firing position. Through that little winch in the door. It's gonna be close. That's evil for the AI, and I hear an armor piece. Oh, Daka heard it. Hello. He's driving around to probably intimidate the AAF commander. Heard another AT piece fire off. What the frick are these idiots doing up here on Camp Rogaine? And they just fired up on that window HE rounds to get the commander. His reign of terror hiding in that building is over. Heard some sort of missile fire off that might be on Daka. Yep, it was a miss though. He's gonna quickly try to back away. Siegfried, it looks like he's actually gonna land a strike team on the airbase. Fucking finally. I have no idea what NATO's doing up here. I think they're trying to cover the retreat so they can get their other fuel Vics out, but they still need to grab one more. KTT just got a double kill, I think, on a GMG. Yeah, I think he shot a GMG and got Taskbot and Hans right there, so they're going to have to respawn. And we have another NATO group moving out to engage the AF, but if they come on an open hill and start trying to engage that, I'm going to have the fucking AA piece let her rip on them. Oh, because he was stuck in the corner. We have specific code for that, and if I don't recognize when people say it, I don't do anything, but... Alright, so 3 men have been deployed over here. Looks like part of the Recon squad. But they need to do everyone to come over here. I'm not gonna... I don't want to mortar them, because they're starting to learn. They're starting to learn. But the whole point of me as CSAT command, and, you know, tasking my Vipers where to go and what to do... We're just trying to get these guys to move along, but I can't do anything if they want to go on the outskirts here and just duke it out with each other. Because NATO is heavily out of position. I think they're trying to flank around like this. But again, way too wide of a berth to be considered. PC, it looks like he meets his death to the frickin'... Oh, that's cute. I'm hearing that BTR opening up again. But each team, I've given them a grid ref and a name. I know both of them know what's going on. Hold on. Yeah, so the AAF commander just messaged me saying some people are trying to fly choppers as non-pilots. Like Nikolai, who was the engineer. We'll talk about that in debrief, but, you know. I can't police that really well, unfortunately. So AAF, yep, they're starting to now climb over here. They're going to assault from the south, and they might be able to take the NATO objective from right under their nose. NATO are still doing this massive wide berth. I don't understand why they just, you know, sneak a chopper around the lawnway and drop people off up here if they want to do that. It's just been some really poor... dropping decisions from both sides, and that's why we've had this little bit of stagnation. Because we've had some engagements over here. AAF were doing NATO work, and, you know, now we're starting to see some recon elements come in. They could, by all means, complete this objective on their own. But Daka, I think, is going to come back and start checking the southern perimeter, noticing that there's now a lack of action over here. So he might now, you know, grow the brain and common sense that maybe the AAF are going to change up their their tactics. Otherwise, Jay's still sticking right here. Not sure if he's AFK or what, but now would be the opportune time because he's got NATO guys covering him. He needs to now move that Vic around. Why does he have drones near me? But looks like Nikolai is now maneuvering another vehicle around. And he's going to hopefully drop off a few more reinforcements on that side. NATO's probably going to hear him. They still have quite a few men down over here, though. Let me also quickly go into my settings again, just to get my larger range for render distance up. But yep, the AAF are definitely setting up to now do a large assault on their operation. They got recon forces coming in, but Daka, with that BTR, is going to deny it to some people. NATO, I don't know why they're coming down here. As a precaution, because I'm willing to bet they'll try to engage my stuff here, I'm going to make that puppy invincible. So that way, if they try to engage, I will remote control that and I will schwack them, because that's supposed to be like the, you know, asshole punisher. Because they're pushing like straight south. But if I see them stop and try to line up shots on that airbase, I will fucking kick their ass. Otherwise, yeah, NATO's force, I mean, with that main force doing this, like, massive wide berth round, they're still going to run into issues, but I think the AAF now have an opportunity to win it. Because if they complete their objective, I'm going to clear them on any fuel, NATO fuel Vic you see, you are to destroy. Because stupid. If you're going to do that, just have a chopper fly around and drop them up on the northern tip. The airdrops haven't, you know, they were good in the beginning, but now it's bad and we're just getting this massive stagnation. Yeah, exactly, right? There we go. So now I know to check the corner because they're not using the proper terminology. That's fine. Nokia got injured by what's that? He was flying in the plane. Heard a grenade go off. Some of these guys are being engaged. Where is... what's that? Nokia killed guy. Oh. I caused the TK. GG. Yeah, he shot the pilot out. He shot the fucking pilot out. These guys are now getting sniped. So he wakes Bruce back up, but... yeah, good luck engaging that marksman from out there. As far as on a quad bike, these two guys have been wiped. They need to move more than a recon force because CSAT's getting smart. I don't know. In 12 minutes, I'm going to clear them to be able to destroy each other's assets. But now that there's been no fighting, it's just they're all taking these really long, stupid routes. I can't do anything about it because, you know, I don't want to play favorites. This is one of those issues of PvP I'd actually thought I'd never run into, of just a player base really taking a super cautious route that kind of makes no sense. Like, what the fuck is KTD doing?
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Like, maybe they're trying to link up with Mr. J, but otherwise he's literally wasting a shit ton of NATO's manpower with that. Frisk is flying around. What's that kills Bruce again. And once again, NATO's trying to land guys back here. Like, you could at least land them up here because you know it's clear. So I guess he's trying to find a proper LZ or something. It's filled with guys. He also needs to put his gears down. I just heard a missile fly over. Nemesis gets a kill. He's a NATO sniper. And here the two of them are. They're engaging. So they're firing at targets up here. There is backwash. Yeah, so these guys are starting to figure it out. Looks like they fired another long-range AT missile at Dhaka, but he is maneuvering. No, it was at the tank. That tank is now down. The biggest threat I had in the AO, other than that Kajman, which was already baited and shot down up here, is down.
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
Small Japanese, man. Thanks for the sub, man. Hope you keep enjoying the operation. And I hope you're enjoying all future operations when they come. So Frisk lands this group. They're going to start mobilizing. We have all these AAF troops. They're all starting to rally and encroach on their objective. Finally. Meanwhile, NATO is just scattered back here. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. But if I see that AAF are actually starting to complete their objective, I'll bring it down. That was an AAF drone, so I'm not sure if they shot it down or one of them shot it down, but regardless, maybe it ran out of fuel too. You never know. I really don't understand why they're just kind of sitting on their asses, but hey, if that's what they want, that's what they'll do, I guess. Because the rest of them are just scattered. At least they have a smaller AO to clear out, so I guess in the sense of balance, the AF still have a bit of an uphill battle. Why the fuck do you guys want goats? Here, I'll put them at the fucking gas station. There's your goats. BTR is now engaging them. FR is taking sniper fire. And he's pushing that Vic down so it doesn't get AT'd. Bruce again getting killed by what's that? What's that? Clearly picking favorites on who to kill. Ay, ay, ay. Taskbot's going amp with that sniper rifle. And there's Dhaka now firing on this group. Their AT weapons down. They're doing their best. But again, they're engaging instead of just sneaking around. It's a lot of PvP tonight, people really showing their bloodthirsty side. Just that squat, I'm really trying to figure out what the fuck they're doing, because I don't get it. It's fine, they've got a few guys, they'll grab that fuel truck. AAF still have the advantage here. So as long as they get I told them if they get multiple fuel trucks past 4 out, I'll give them an objective to fuck with the AAF. Good God. Yeah, I don't think even NATO knows what the fuck they're doing anymore. They're just flying under the flight path of them right now. Like, I don't think they're even trying to spawn camp the choppers, so it's literally pointless why they're over there. Wise NAFs and what's that are still getting sniper kills up here. It's not hard. Just land a chopper over here, send your guys, land a chopper here, send your guys, land a chopper here, send your guys. Take a wide berth, and you're fine. There's been so much opportunity, but instead they're just up on these hills getting raped by snipers. It's cool that they're mowing down some of the AI that don't even have the range to fire back on them, and it looks like they they shot the BTR and blew up all the resupply. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Finally, the AT weapon makes its mark. Seriously, like, are these guys on protest or something? Because now Mr. J's walking away from the fuel Vic. Like, I really don't get the point. No, I'm literally just gonna go up and ask. Is NATO command in here?
Yeah, go ahead.
What's your strategy right now? Because you have guys, like, fucking off doing their own thing, like, entire squads full.
Well, KTD basically just not fucking listening, and I said to him, just ignore the kill team, they're not there anymore. Jump in that truck, get 2 guys to bring it back to me, and get the rest of your squad to push in.
Okay.
And have done with it. Bravo's doing really well. Recon, fuck me, Recon.
Alright, that's all I need to hear. I'll be right back. KTD, you're either gonna follow orders or you're gonna get a month-long ban.
What? What are we talking about?
Stop fucking having your squad dicking around in a random corner of a map and actually do the goddamn objective. You've been warned.
I'm trying to find the field truck.
I'm so glad.
Fucking retards. What do you mean you're trying to find the fuel truck? You've been on your ass over here not doing shit for the past 15 minutes. Idiot. Otherwise, back to the action. NAFs, as that sniper team with Nemesis, are getting more kills on the AAF because they're just staying on these fucking hills and honestly skylining, so it's not hard to get those kills. Otherwise, PC is going up again. What's that? Looks like he got killed, possibly by ACO coming up. I'm not going to move their spawn. Give them some more quad bikes. But otherwise, I mean, it's been balanced for the most part. And I've actually been really happy with this. It's just, you know, it's people like that that just fuck around with an entire squad that, you know, take the piss out of it. Because now you just got stragglers kind of moving along, trying to get into the objective, and it's just, NATO is behind. At least the AAF, though their tactics are a bit trash, they're still, you know, trying to get in here. And if you're leaving the stream, thank you for watching, of course. Yeah, these guys are all stagnating. One just got sniped, and this guy's just chilling in the same kill zone like, what? Fuck it, in 2 minutes, I'm going to clear both sides to start doing objectives against the other team, because at this point, I can't be bothered anymore. I'm just going to stick to my SOP. Because it's gone past 2 hours, and this was expected to be a 2-hour operation. One more minute. Heard some AA get fired because they're firing it close to CSAT's base. We got a group starting to organize around. I heard another missile get fired on Frisk. Looks like that might have been avoided. These guys are trying to drag everyone back. They got a medic going. He's going out in the open. I'm not sure if Nafes or Nemesis are looking in that direction to make the kill. Alright. Let's do this. NATO, this is your high command. Be advised, secondary objective is as follows at this time. If you see any assets that are of AAF at the Stratis Air Force Base, you are clear to destroy them. I say again, NATO is now clear to destroy assets within the AAF Air Force Base. AAF, your new orders, again, secondary, you still have to do your thing first, but if you find any fuel trucks within the AO that are of NATO descent, you are clear to destroy them. Be advised, in 30 minutes, I am clearing the Vipers to use mortars on anything within the island of Stratis. Again, they are clear to use mortars in 30 minutes on anything within the island of Stratis. That fucking SpongeBob meme. But anyway, an AT piece was fired over on this hill, actually inflicting quite a few casualties. But that is the second fuel Vic that has made it back. NATO needs 2 more, and the AAF only need to sweep and clear the objective. Otherwise, they're now starting to pick up the pace. They'll quickly get their stuff. There's only a few stragglers left, and the Vipers are focused on the AAF's push. But even then, there aren't that many left. They have a few AAF guys up here that are taking control of everything. They've gotten some launchers. They might start striking at some of these Vics. And it looks like one of those fuel Vics was already taken out. There's a few more out in the open. It's just we're past that 2-hour mark. So they might start looking to destroy a few more, because there are definitely some other ones open. And they're also receiving some machine gun fire from the AO itself. So drones are flying overhead. Had another RPG fired off. Sheer miss. Very close, though. And yet they're just going to start demoing the Vics. Because, you know, it's 2 hours, following procedure, because I got to wrap this thing up at least by 7. Because I want to start initiating some stuff for the PMC campaign. Which, by the way, guys, we do have more streams tonight. We have a Star Wars FTX in 2 hours, and then in 5 hours, we have the PMC stuff. I can guarantee you it's going to work tonight. I've been doing all the testing. I've gotten some 506 people on it. It's all golden. And I can't wait to play it, because that is one of my grandiose projects. Anyway, one drone gets shot down. AF have another drone going above the area. Hearing some more rockets fired off. HE does not det the fuel, but it at least knocks out all the wheels. There it goes. There's some additional cook-off. Nice little effect from the fuel Vic itself. But there's still some other Vics they can grab that are out of their field of view. And they still have that one right there. Torch has been hugging it for a while. What is Nikolai doing? Yeah, that's not gonna play too well. Unhappy Troll was injured by Nikolai. Looks like he got shot down anyway. Yeah, flying way too far south, and Mox is now starting to also take care of the survivor. I love how both factions are still being quite defensive with their airspace, at least, or at least the NATO group is. AAF have let a few holes slide, but looks like Mr. J found one of the AAF transports. He's going to use that to hopefully get his group up closer. But there is a risk, because we do have this Marid right here, ready to engage. Otherwise, the Vipers are starting to come from the south. I heard another piece of AA fire off, and they're blowing up more fuel Vics. So they are using their AT. But yeah, because of NATO's being out of position, it's really costing them now. Because they've had so much time. And yet, they're losing it. So now it looks like NATO is just taking people out, doing a drive-by. He's trying to drive... Ouch. So there goes the reserve engineer and the medic. Get your AT weapon out and take his ass out. Bro, get it out! You're... I swear, I think our AT guys are retarded, because he's about to get shot in the back. There's one, and there's two. Why didn't you get the fucking thing out? My God. Yeah, now it's going to harass Frisk Foster while he tries to land those reinforcements. He's going to slide, stop on that rock. Yeah, the tactics for deploying troops have been pretty piss poor today, and just, I think some of the AT guys have definitely been on the side. We've seen some good shots, but we've also seen some bad. AT fires close, they're going to pull back. But at least we have some guys now actually starting to clear out the objective. I'm going to send some of these guys back. They're clearing out what they can. Again, it's Recon, just a 4-man team. And these guys dumped all their ATs, so they don't have any left to possibly take out that, geez, that drone made a huge splash, but take out that MRAP. And instead we have some guys moving down to actually blow up some of the fuel Vics, so these guys gotta be quick. They still need 2 more. Torch is still down over here. It looks like he's just coming down. What the fuck? I'm not even going to ask why we have guys just out and about, but again, just not following orders, and this is why we don't do PvP so often, because it always falls apart like this. In one form or another, people just do stupid shit. So that Blue 4 Vic has come down, and it looks like they've died to grenade fire from CSAT. Nope, it was GMG fire from PC. Nemesis snipes Frisk Foster. He's the one that came in that chopper. Heard some more AT go off. But yeah, see, now there's small groups trying to rush in to destroy other people's assets, and it's kind of paying off for the AAF, but for Blue 4, not really. But yeah, the only reason the AAF won this is because NATO just decided to take a massive wide berth, and I'm going to give KTD a reprimand for that. Otherwise, like, even with the AAF being harassed by the Vipers, they're still, you know, getting their objective done. Took them a bit, but hey, they got it done. So I'm going to ungarrison a few of these guys on the tower, send them to the center, and give it about 5 to 10 minutes and declare that the AAF has won and state that they need to now start blowing up those fuel Vics to deny NATO the victory. Because if they can do that, they will be the only team that wins. Yeah, we have this massive NATO force coming in now. A few CSAT stragglers. So Hans has been doing a good job here as the medic. He's able to get his guys up when they go down. Otherwise, I really wonder where the other, like, AAF group is. It looks like they're getting a reinsert to come up at this time. And they're going to load up in this chopper and deploy. I really hope they, you know, swing around, deploy on the airfield itself, because they definitely have the opportunity. Well, Blue 4 is starting to come in. both sides are going to probably win, to be perfectly honest. Marv is... Look at this. He's getting the 3rd fuel truck out, and he's found a 4th. So he's going to grab that one instead to check it out. It's completely out of fuel, though. Alright, that's its issue. But he could refuel it with the other fuel Vic. So it looks like Torch called for Ryfox to extract him. So we can finally get some action in again. What? Graben has come back to grab the GMG vehicle on the NATO side. And Az is coming up with an unarmed MRAP. I wonder if these guys hear that. Yeah, they're taking counter sniper fire right now. He pulls his pistol out. Yep, they're trying to get out to now harass the Vipers. That's so cute. I'd say get in their fucking car and run them over. Ah! They mine their rear. What's that, making a run to the Vic? He notices. They both notice each other. Wow. Wow. FR needs to come up and assist. That was great. He's going to run back in the car for cover now. Oh, that was nasty. NATO are still staying on this goddamn hill. Why? Idiots. Well, no, it's not their fault. It's KTD's fault. His squad lead has been such trash. Good God. See, they just need to go down and get one vehicle. Literally, one that they could use a drone to spot, and then leave, and then they'd win. But I swear to God, AAF's gonna get the victory. There's only one guy left to kill. And if he dies, AAF wins. I don't think... Yeah, there's no way. So FR has also gone down. It's down to Az and Daka. He just needs to die, then AAF are clear to go into Ajia Marina and destroy any fuel Vix they find. Az doing a massive flanking around to try to get on top of the Viper. That might pay off for him. That Viper is better kitted. Nope, it looks like he's going to stop that and just go around. AAF, you have completed your final objective. Good job. Be advised, your new orders are to now move on to Ajia Marina and destroy any NATO fuel Vix you find. NATO, you are no longer allowed to go to Stratis Air Force Base and destroy assets. You need to grab fuel Vix now. Mox got in the... Oh, no. So Mox is flying overhead. Graben has the Panther, though. Is he going to try to make a move? Nope, Mox doesn't give him the opportunity. So Daka's going to be able to get up What's That and FR. And they left the MRAP. I'm not sure if they put a charge on her or anything, but she looks still drivable. So now the AAF are going to come in. Otherwise, there's a lot of guys on the back that need to be reinserted as well. But yeah, overall, the first half of this operation was great. Second half really faltered just because of a few key people. And it's a shame that that happens, but hey, if you put those types of people in leadership, this is what tends to happen. And it's kind of a shame.
Shall we?
So we'll see if KTD is able to get his group to actually take one more fuel Vic out. Because looking around, they've only secured 2 fuel Vics. And I thought giving them something like 10 would be too much, but nah, just that in the day. But they've got 2 other ones right here that they might be able to repair and get moving. That one's out of fuel. This one still has full fuel. So Daka just shot what's that? I'm not sure what that was for. I think he might have run him over or something, but FR is going to have to go up and medic him. We got more drones going up. Had to go anyway, GG. Fair. So Daka's going to drive an MRAP up right onto these guys. Is he now going to get out, or is it a suicide bomb? What are you doing? It's not gonna get hit by GMG fire. You gotta go up to one of these. Oh, Daka was doing that so we could sneak in. Smoke grenade's gone out. He knows. He has to know. Daka quickly checks the roof. He's gonna go back down. Wow. He's trying to put mines. He's fucking detonated mines all over. Oh, that's so cute. Now is someone gonna be dumb enough to come in here? So he respawns immediately. And Straw actually, because they were on the roof, they got him through the... Oh, that was nasty. Let's look at the rest of this action here. We have other fuel Vics detonating. Some AAF and NATO guys fighting each other. Astro trying to get some of these guys injured, but it's not working. Mox staying overhead. We've got more fuel trucks being deployed. More AAF reinforcements have been dropped down. NATO's trying to take what they can and get the fuck out of the AO. Look at this. Both of them know they're trying to be outflanked. ASF's going to try to run in. Just gets in time before Kidjo takes him out. Astro still staying in this position of cover. Just look at this fucking town. It is a mess. Troops are going around left and right trying to kill each other. ASF was forced to draw his handgun to try to take Kidjo down, but it wasn't enough. Otherwise, NATO have pulled back a few more Vics. They just got to get the fuck out of here. Mox is tracking Frisk Fosk. And these three NATO guys are also trying to come up to clear out the rest of the place. Are there any mines even left in here? I think they all deaded. Nope, there's still a few. Alright. Large wave of kills being spotted. Hands going to try to get those guys medic back up. We got these three guys coming around. Nafs, it looks like he was the one that got both Taskbot and Sergeant right there. He's still running up. Giving a reload. He's going prone. He might try to grab Hans. Hans really needs to smoke this out and heal his buddies. Otherwise, this town, we're seeing a large group of AAF garrison in this building. NATO has air support, though. Ay, this has been so tough. And look at that. One Vic. 2D has killed multiple people. We're seeing a rocket fly over. Direct hit on Dr. Chaos. Oh, that was done by Romix, who is back here with that AT weapon. He's reloading to fire another shot. I'm gonna go crazy if he goes 2 for 2 with that. Yep, all their targets are down. Nafs has the high ground here. I think he's trying to hunt Taskbot. Yeah, he's using third person to track him. Naughty, naughty. Oh, but 2D, out of all of the guys, you had to kill the 2 medics. Oh, that is nasty. And NATO sending 2 guys around to counter. They're still getting their Vics around. We have some AAF being dropped off. They could intercept. They only have 2. Oh, this isn't going to be good. They're scouting these Vics out. There's one over here. NATO's doing its best to stop AAF from advancing on their Vics, so there's going to get me a 3rd one. But both of these are also being engaged. Mirov is trying to swing around as well. He's trying to take out that other AAF chopper. So they're quickly firing, but those 2 fuel Vics, if they make it back, NATO will also win. So Moxie doing his best to try to make him wave off and makes Nikolai literally pancake into the ground nose first. So it looks like the NATO guys have pulled back. They're trying to rally. AAF are also trying to rally. They still don't have a medic, though. So it's just, you know, some wearing factions right here. I think Nafs was killed. And Daka is moving back into the AO as a Viper. I'll wait till I know these fuel Vics are guaranteed, but I have a present for CSAT. Hold on.
We're getting this.
Hey, guys.
Yo.
Promise me you won't engage fuel Vics that NATO are moving, and both of you respawn, you have a Cashman.
Oh, we get air assets.
Can I get a rocket truck?
No, you get a
that was
Cashman.
fly-
Give them a little bit, and they ask for even more absurd shit. As long as they don't engage the fuel trucks, because I think NATO has this in the bag now. They're tracking with the drone. They're going to try to get what they can over, but I think they are out of choppers. They're out of choppers. Wow. Last-ditch effort to try to stop them. There's no one in the vicinity, too. That's crazy. So overall, I think this has been a very well-done game. But out of all of those choppers, all of them were used up towards the end. That's just crazy. So PC's fighting with Tootie. Tootie's stuck on the rafter. He's trying to fix himself. He gets back up. Oh, PC angling a GMG shot on one of the poles. Oh, that's nasty. And taking a few shots from a CSAT guy. That's NATO's flank wiped right there. ASF trying to get this chopper back online. Mox might notice. And he immediately gets his G's down. Tries to hit him ASF. I bet he's going to desperately try to get that one back so he can at least get his guys around to possibly drop. But I think it's too late at this point. Nav's using a Huron. To redeploy his guys. Yeah, that's cute. That's cute. You're gonna cast random people? Yeah. And there's the Kajman. Coming up to show who's boss. I lightning striked it because Navs and Nemesis are a sniper team. They're not pilots. So if they're gonna go into a frickin' Huron and start fucking using the turrets to gun run people, I'm gonna lightning bolt it. And we'll talk about that a bit more in debrief. 'cause people are just taking the piss. NATO forces, be advised, you have also completed your objective. Not officially, but you will, because AAF are pretty much out of choppers, and you guys are too far within your territory to, well, for them to do anything. So, I know you have one more, but by the time you get everyone on and deployed, they will have completed their objective. I've been timing everything. So, both factions win by the skin of their teeth. Ending server now. I will open up my channel and we will discuss debrief up there. So yeah, overall, not bad. Wow, abusing Zeus? Yeah, I know, right? Alright, let's cut our music. Let's go into TeamSpeak. Open up my channel up here. Edit. Take off the password. Alright. Now, of course, we will bring TeamSpeak up. And we'll have a nice little chat as everyone jumps in. Give it a moment. Move up the people that are too retarded to do it themselves.
Despite the
Break.
Alright. I'm gonna put myself... Alright, here's the deal. The first half of that was great, in my opinion. Both sides, you know, NATO was a bit slower because of, you guys deployed a little further back from your first AO at LZ Connor compared to the AAF guys that went right on top of it. Not right on top, but much closer, in my opinion. So I had to direct the Vipers. They had their own objective, which was south of Camp Tempest, where their base was, where their spawn point was. They did their objective. Then I tasked them to go over and harass people at Camp Rogaine. Then I sent them to Mike Station 2-6 because I saw that that was about to be a contested area. That action was great. And then NATO realized, hey, you know, you don't have to fight through that. You can just deploy units around. AAF noticed that and actually shot one of your choppers down in the meantime. And then both of you did your objectives. And then for some goddamn reason, AAF decided to start going to NATO's objective area, which was that large town, and clear it out. Vipers massacred them and also massacred NATO forces. And then finally, AAF started growing a brain and started deploying their guys to the south away from that firefight and were able to complete their objective. NATO, on the other hand, there was a communication issue, and a lot of their forces were kind of taking a piss on the northwest part of the island. KTD, we're going to quickly talk about that. No squad leading for 2 weeks. I don't want to see you take a leadership role. Don't...
Excuse me, because of what?
No arguing. No squad leading for 2 weeks. Great. Anyway. Do you want to play this game? Cool. Anyway, it's mainly because NATO, again, had a bunch of guys just out and about not doing shit, and it just, you know, when I talked to the commander, there was a communication issue that was going on, and honestly, that's kind of what almost cost NATO the victory here, because they had the advantage because AAF really put the framework down for NATO to just go in there and get the fuel VIX and leave, but instead, NATO kind of just dropped the ball. There's nothing really else to say there. You literally just kind of handed the first victory over to the AAF. So, on the flip side, AAF kept skylining and getting sniped by Vipers and NATO and frickin' NATO sniper teams and Vipers. So that was a bit of a mess. But eventually, both sides were able to complete their objective. AAF almost blew up all the fuel trucks, but NATO had some in reserve, and yeah, overall, really well done jobs. The only thing I wish I saw a bit more was people playing AT tonight really dropped the ball as well. There were a lot of instances where I saw an AT gunner kind of like staring at a Vic, not knowing what to do. Granted, they still blew a few things up. Yeah, but you were carrying saw a lot of them carrying the backpack where you can store 2 AT missiles in it, and then you have a third in your launcher. And I'd see these AT specialists like run out of ammo after, like they wouldn't fire a shot after their first missile. So I don't know what about that, but yeah, I mean there were a lot of times where Vipers, especially in the BTRs, were just schwacking people. But overall, I think that was a good objective to be done for PvP wise. Still a bit annoying towards the end there where, you know, everyone kind of just scattered around. AAF, for example, you guys could have landed on the other side of the airbase. Like, there were multiple opportunities there where there was, like, nothing on that area because PC started lone wolfing, but he cleared out that entire southern side. It's just no one took the advantage on it. And then NATO, vice versa. You could have landed on the northern side of the town and nothing would have engaged you. But people kept dropping their units way too far out, in my opinion. And I don't know if that was a flaw in the commanders or the pilots, but whoever was deciding those LZs, it was it just left a lot of walking room, and thus, you know, shit happened. Another thing I want to say, if you are a pilot, you can fly. If you are not a pilot, and I see you in a Vic from now on, I'm just going to give you a week-long ban, because we had a lot of people flying that weren't supposed to the point I just lightning bolted one of the aircraft, because a sniper team should not get in a Huron and start machine gunning people down. And I'm just going to start being strict about this to prove a point, because at this point, there's no reason for you to do that.
If
Anyway.
we have allowance from command.
Okay, well then, that's your issue. God, you people are retarded. Alright, command from NATO. Anything to say?
No, to be honest, I thought it went quite well. I mean, the communication was a bit of an issue.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good start. I was sort of getting everything organised, trying to run everyone through, but sort of went a lot better than what I thought it would. It could have gone completely tits up from the get-go, but it didn't, so I was quite happy with that. Hats off to my Recon team. Like, shit the bed, you guys did fantastic. I know Liru did say to you guys that earlier on through Global that you guys were attacking objectives that you shouldn't have done. I will take the rap for that. That was kind of my fault. I had those guys deliberately push up ahead to scout for targets and probe the area, as my drone can't be in 2 places at once. And I didn't want to be operating more than 1 drone, really, as I had to organise other things. So I will take the rap for that. That was my bad. Maybe I shouldn't have had them attack another objective before first one had ended. But other than that, they did an awesome job along with Sniper Team. Just constantly going up to their own spots. I gave them the free of movement. They were picking decent advantage points and just annihilating anything and everything. And the 2 squads under my command did very well with the pressure on them. Other than that, no, I thought it went pretty well. To be honest, I was impressed.
Yeah, I mean, this definitely went better than I thought it would too. So, you know, overall, good job. AAF Commander, anything to say? Is he even here? He might have left.
Good talk.
Good talk. I will give
See that, so he didn't know.
Actually, wait, no, he is here.
Yeah, he is here. I just noticed on my little board.
Liru, can AAF Recon squad lead speak?
In a bit.
Bravo squad lead? What? It was you dying on the guest issue?
What did I just say?
Sorry, misheard you.
This is really like, are you guys just taking a piss out of me? Like, come on. All right. As the AAF guy fixes his mic, Vipers, anything to say from the 2 Vipers? Because I know what's that had to leave early.
Hey, so
That was
don't pop
fucking
smoke when someone goes down, because you're just letting me know that there's more people up there who need the fucking swag. And yeah, enjoy asymmetrical warfare and mines and shit.
Those helicopter
Besides
landings that,
that,
were right next to the airfield base, they were just
exactly.
fucking stupid. You basically painted a big fucking target on your back and told us, hey, we're over here, come shoot us. 30mm cannons.
Yeah, you guys just fucking ran around and murdered everyone. It was entertaining to watch from both the Nifrit and the stream.
I just take pride that I killed WhatsApp in close
hell. Oh, whoops, sorry.
Oh boy, you killed
my
WhatsApp.
mic was being bugged.
Yep, quick break. Ads back. what do you have to say from the AAF command POV? Which, by the way, you did a pretty good job. Again, it was a little shaky on the deployment of troops at the final objective, but everything else, in my opinion, was very well coordinated. So good job.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, well, I completely agree with your point. I felt personally going very well up until about the third objective. Then we lost most of our firepower with the two APCs, which I was planning to rely on heavily for the airfield assault. When we lost those, I basically gave people a general move order to the airfield instead of getting a clear path set out. So then I ended up going through the town, which led to the entire thing that happened there. And then we tried having a insert a bit back from the town to reinforce that and then push through. And that went to crap because I believe Viper shot down one of the choppers, or maybe it was just CSAT in general. I don't know.
That was me.
No, it was Daka.
Ah, fair enough. Okay.
Oh.
Well, after that, we just had sort of a big communication breakdown issue, just in general, and that led to everything being slow. And then eventually, I basically told the pilots to make their own LZs. We ended up landing on the other side of the hill and then pushing in through the airfield. Fair enough, I didn't actually consider landing on the airfield itself because I assumed it was going to be more defended on the other side, and the darter I didn't push it in enough to see it, but definitely a valid point.
Yep.
Real quick.
All right, no. I'm going to resend what I said about KTD. My apologies, and instead I'm going to say this. If you are not the commander, don't tell other squads what to do. This is fucking...
I didn't.
Rocket... Whatever, just... NATO fucked up because KTD, you let a squad way north for whatever stupid reason, and yeah,
I was informed by command that we need to recover a field truck that's in the middle of the field, and I got info that unknown faction kill teams set a trap in the field truck, and he's hiding somewhere at the kill farm location. I was trying to take it out. And then they weren't there.
That's because there was nothing there. Like there were 10 or 12 fuel trucks within the actual objective. I don't know why you guys literally like fascinated on one.
Specifically got that one. I can't.
I can confirm. I was a sniper team. I had long range comms all the time. There were multiple times where we got tasks there to retrieve that. So. He just went to do this shit. Yeah. Another thing about the comms, if the early mission, a player asks for information, and somebody just starts shouting over the command channel that "shut up, retard" when he's asking a legitimate question, maybe he was not informed correctly, then I wouldn't blame the guy for fucking up, because at the start when you start blaming, it's bad. Also, when the pilot lands over the fucking town and crashes or whatever the fuck happened there, yes, you can take the piss out of him for a second, but next time, he might
Mr. J by the truck.
So do not keep shouting at him all the time, because next time he's just not going to take you into the AO, so you can sit for the rest stop in your fucking aircraft carrier.
I believe they do that because they want to be a what's that or a sniper.
Real quick on the whole vehicle thing, how you're saying with the AF you want your VIX. Vehicle common sense is a thing, so it's not a great idea to just drive them in dick first, because all of them went boom except for like the two Tigrises, the Tigris and my Cheetah. Because if you've got a big gun, you can stay farther away. You don't need to drive right in, because as shown, you all went boom.
Wait, Dead Gold, didn't you drive a Cheetah and just got out there while driving?
Ammo. I ran out of ammo. My plan was to run you over, and then I tried to get out. I was going too fast, so I killed myself.
Oh.
That was a lack of fucks given. And then you guys got blown up, apparently, so it's all good.
Yeah, by the T-100.
Yeah,
One
okay.
other thing, just oh, sorry, go ahead.
Anyway.
I just wanted to say, and then I'll let AAF Command speak again. I don't understand how you would be searching for VIX that you had people next to. Like Mr. J was next to the fuel Vic that I believe you were searching for the entire time, and it's like it makes no sense to me. But whatever, it's a tier 0 op there. I expect stupidity. Yes, Hellcat, go ahead.
What happened there was the fuel truck got had a leak, and a really big one, so it was both broken and out of fuel. So
then why didn't you go find
which was Mr. J, who was driving it, and he was hiding because he took fire, obviously leading to the leak, and we were constantly trying to get that truck back because we didn't know there were so many trucks left in the air.
Sounds like you needed to find another fuel truck then. Wow. All right. AAF Commander, last word, and then we'll conclude for the day. I'll give one more spiel.
It's just along the lines of just thanks all for dealing with this shit, because this is the first time I've actually done anything of that much people. So overall, I thought it went reasonably well, considering I have no experience of anything above 10 people normally.
All right, so to all the T-dashes I brought to tier 0. If you want to get tier 1, you just got to go to, if someone could spot me a link to the forums real quick, just drop into there, go into the Arma section, go into the weekly schedule, find a basic, general, miscellaneous infantry training, or find Northern on the TeamSpeak and poke spam him and tell him it was from me, because he loves that, right? But, or Rat King. Rat King also works, but I think only Northern's able to do basic other than the tier 5s. But after you do that, you'll get tier 1, and then you'll be able to play on other operations. Reminder, the SCP stuff is open on the forums now for any tier 1s or above, or tier 2 if you want the other roles. If that hasn't filled up already, it's first come, first serve. And that'll be done on Tuesday, 4 to 7. Tier 1 Iron Front German ops are on Saturday, 12 to 4. Tier 2 and tier 3 ops Sunday, 12 to 4 as well. And yeah, Monday is we're going back to Elraic for some practice stuff for tier 1. But anyway, guys, thanks for playing. This was a pretty fun experiment to do. I hope you all enjoyed it. And overall, I might sound a bit pissy here and there, but I think that was pretty well done. And we might look into actually doing this every few months or so as our like little PvP thing. So thank you to all the new guys, and I hope everyone else enjoyed it.
Zero, I could just add a few things.
Thank you.
I thought that was just the way you sounded in general.
All right, open debrief now. I will be right back. Anyway, to the stream. In about an hour and 20 minutes, we're going to be doing some fun, FTX Star Wars stuff. And then at 11, we're going to be doing PMC stuff. So I'm going to put up the PMC server stuff now and do some quick testing and jump into Star Wars, but I will be back in about an hour and 20 minutes. More comedy B1s, yeah, I know, right? But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Hopefully I'll see you in an hour and 20 minutes for some on-the-ground stuff, and otherwise, have a good day. Take care.